YouTube? You're now tuned into the Mr. and Mrs. Goodbread Show. I am your host, Mr. Goodbread. Now today, guys, I want you guys to get rid of all of that brainwash. I don't care what go along, get along group you associate with as far as this church goes, all right? I don't care I don't care what group you associate with, Christian, Baptist, Catholic, or Muslim, I don't care. Today, we're going to get rid of the programming from them gatekeepers of those groups. Today, I want to do a video for my spiritual folks. If you in tune with the spirit and you don't need somebody to preach it to you, kick it to you, or read anything from that to you, then this video going to be for you. All right, guys? Check out this video. Check out the intro, and when we come back, we get into it. Back. So like I said, this video today is for my spiritual folks, my spiritual people that's in tune with the spirit by themselves. And even if you are one of those that's in a group and you're in tune with the spirit and this is new information to you, this video here, I watch this video every morning as I silently get my stuff together. You know what I mean? I don't have no music playing. I don't play the radio. I don't play nothing. I play this video right here. You know what I mean? And we got to get out of the habit of saying God is good and we glorify God, but then we take pleasures from his enemy, our enemy. If we got to pick a side. This is one of those things where we have to pick a side. You know what I mean? Either God gonna be good or you just gonna leave him alone. You know what I mean? But God can't be good if I take pleasures and take things from God's enemy. All right? And not to complicate it, because I know a super
what's good, CMTV?
Religious folks, we'll complicate the ish out of some common sense now. Not to complicate anything, but right? We can all agree that God, however your religion or however your group associate the God, you got God. And then you have his enemy, which is Satan, the devil, however they call it, however your group call it. We cannot agree though, if we simplify it, that we got God and we got the devil. Let's get it.
Know that the devil is real and he's out to destroy you. The Bible says that we should not be ignorant of the devil's schemes against us. Want to know what they are? Let's start with distractions. You see, the enemy's plan is to distract you with good things so that you never get to the God things. He would much rather you coach your kid's soccer team, a good thing, than to share your faith. You see, the enemy wants to keep you so distracted with the same temptations again and again, nullifying your power and impact in the kingdom because you're constantly distracted and defeated with the same sin struggle again and again. The enemy wants to keep you distracted with poor decisions so that your life gets so derailed it takes years, sometimes even a lifetime, to get back on track. But if the enemy can't distract you, he wants to discourage you. He wants to remove courage from you. He wants to keep you so focused on your past mistakes that you cannot take hold of future blessings. He wants to send people into your life.
Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat in the building.
Discouraged so that you can't move forward in faith to accomplish what God has for you to do. Rather, you're operating out of fear. He wants you to be consumed with thoughts of, I'm not good enough, I'm inadequate, I can't do this, I don't deserve this. These are all the thoughts that the enemy wants swimming around in your mind so that you don't have the courage to walk in victory and in purpose. Distractions, discouragement. Now let's talk about discontentment. You see, the enemy wants to convince you
Let's
that
talk
you
about
would
it.
be happier if you just had someone else's life, because he knows that if he can get you to be discontent, he can get you to be in a place where you're ungrateful for what God has done in your life.
Listen to what
He
he's
wants you to
saying.
spend your life comparing yourself
He wants
to
y'all to
other
chase that
people, so that
perfection.
when you
This is what we
compare
tell
your
y'all.
reality to someone else's highlight
Social
reel,
media, guys.
he'll get you to feel like a loser every single time, because you won't stop at anything to get the life you see someone else having, oftentimes only to quickly realize you were better off where you were. Distractions, discouragement, discontentment. Now let's talk about doubt. You see, the enemy's plan is to get you to doubt everything God wants to do in your life. He's been doing this since the garden. Did God really say? He wants you to doubt God's presence. When you're going through the roughest seasons in your life, he wants you to believe that God is nowhere to be found. He wants you to doubt God's provision. God, will you really provide for me when things get tight?
Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention.
Every need that I have. He wants you to doubt God's promises. God, I know your word says that you'll do this, but can I really trust what your word says? He wants you to doubt God's plan for your life. He wants to convince you that you are too far gone and that you've made too many mistakes in your life and you're too much of a failure for God to truly use you to accomplish anything significant. You see, distractions, discouragement, discontentment, doubt, and now division. You see, the enemy wants to break down every significant relationship in your life so that he can get you alone. Because he knows that the Bible says two are better than one. He knows that in community there is power, unity, and accountability. But when you're alone, there is shame, secrecy, and a lack of power. He wants to create so much discord and division in your relationships so that leaves you isolated, feeling alone, and feeling powerless. Distractions, discouragement, discontentment, doubt, division, and now deception. You see, the enemy's plan is to convince
What's good,
you
Mr.
that
Approach? You in the
God
building.
says is off
Let's
limits,
go.
is really
Jimmy
okay,
Doris, what's up?
and that it doesn't
Shout out.
really apply to you, and that it's somehow okay for you to do it, so that you'll start to
Shout out to the
justify
chat.
sin in your life and make excuses for it. On the other hand, he wants to convince you that what God said is good is ultimately bad for you. He wants to deceive a generation of people into thinking that same-sex relationships is just an alternative lifestyle and that the right to life is optional. He wants to convince you that God's plan for sexual purity is nothing more than a suggestion, but not something you can follow to get to God's perfect will for your life.
They're confusing them.
And finally, if the devil can't distract you, if he can't cause you to be discontent,
That's right.
if he can't cause you to doubt or to be discouraged or to cause division in your life or to deceive you, he ultimately wants to destroy you. The enemy wants to destroy everything you've worked so hard to build: your reputation, your family, your finances, and ultimately your faith. You see, he knows that he cannot steal your salvation, but if he can attack you in these 7 ways, he can essentially render the Christian ineffective for God. Distractions, discouragement, discontentment, doubt, division, deception, and destruction. These are the 7 strategies the devil has been using since the beginning of time, and he's using them on you and me.
All
The
facts.
question is, will you stand firm or will you give in? The choice is yours.
Boom.
Let's get it, guys. Y'all know what we came for, guys. Y'all now tuned into the Mr. and Mrs. Goodbread show. Okay, let's talk about it.
We in the building. Mr. OKL is here.
It's Sunday's Red Pill book reading. We already know that the Bible is the Red Pill book. You know what I mean? And I hope everybody came as they are. You know what I mean? Came as they are. Don't worry about it. We don't have no offering and none of that. You know what I mean?
Ain't no collection plates over here.
Ain't no complexion
We
plates,
we
man.
we love the support, but ain't no prosperity preaching over here, man.
We appreciate the support, but you guys know what it is. We do not cater to any group, gang, community, movement, or religion. We cater to the truth, and we cater to common sense. Y'all come for the entertainment, but y'all stay for the truth. Let's get it. All right, guys. So we here at the Red Pill book reading today, and you know how it works. You know how it works, guys. Those of you that is new to this, we got links in the description on YouTube. In the description box, we got links for the original videos on part 1, part 2. This is part 4. You know what I mean? You guys can feel free to go back and check on part 1, 2, 3, and 4. And one thing I like about these Sundays better than those regular videos that we talk about the female nature and we talk about how to get money and we talk about just how to become a better version of ourselves. One thing I like about this is we're quoting the truth. We're quoting now. That's all debatable. All those other things, all those other topics are debatable. You know what I mean? How you raised, how you know what I mean? All that come into play. So with your belief system, what you believe in, all that come into play. So it's all arguable and it's all negotiable. But when we open the Red Pill book, the Bible, basic instructions before leaving this earth, you know what I mean? That's the truth right there, guys.
That's right.
The truth, they say the truth hurt, brother. Okay, how you feel about that?
I don't feel no way because the truth don't hurt me. You
Exactly,
understand me?
right?
Like the truth don't hurt me. I always was able to accept the truth, and there's a lot of things in life. Weakness or pain is just weakness leaving the body. So what the truth does is it strengthens your mind and it allows you to be somebody who's competent in this world. It allows you to look yourself in the mirror and what we call know who you are. So they might say the truth hurt, Mr. Goodbread, but what really hurts more is lies. That's what really creeps up on you deep down.
Facts. And I agree with that. And we need to normalize saying the truth heal, because that's what the truth do.
Fact.
And getting back to this Bible, a lot of people don't like the Bible, and a lot of people like to push the Bible aside and make it the Bible an excuse because we messed up. We, as the people, we messed up. You know what I mean? We ain't followed that Bible. And if we followed the Bible, we'd be in a better condition than we are. But we ain't followed that. So being that we didn't follow that, we have so many babies out of wedlock, so many dudes with babies and bills and debt because they wasn't prepared. You know what I mean? That Bible say clearly, and it talks in a reference to wives and husbands. It ain't talking about boyfriends and girlfriends, booze. It ain't talking about that.
Right.
But
And no, let's point out the fact it references wives and it also references harlots.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's big on talking about those.
Right. And you see, this is all ties into why a lot of people don't want to believe what the Bible say, and they can't follow the Bible because they feel that the Bible not talking to them because they don't have a wife. Oh, I don't have a husband. But I wish we had a little sound effect for the druts. You know what I mean? Because you got to live your life as if you followed the man's plan. You know what I mean? Just
Right.
because the plan was set for you to win and you didn't follow the plan, don't mean that the instructions, remember, basic instructions before leaving Earth. Instructions is a way to put something up. Instructions is not negotiable. It's not an argument. You know what I mean? When we tell you this, guys. We tell you this every Sunday, guys. When you get an instruction manual to putting up a chessboard, a TV, anything, you gotta follow them instructions the way they put it in the thing, or you run the risk of it not working, not going up the way it's supposed to.
Exactly. And also you run the risk of not knowing what the issue is as well.
Exactly. So
me?
that's why people tend to not look at the Bible as a great tool to know how to win and know how to get up out of poverty. You know what I mean? So today, guys, we're going to get on in. We're going to pull up a couple of verses, and do know that the topic today is, what does the Bible and God say, your creator, say about dealing with angry women, modern women? You know what I mean, guys? So we're going to get into it, man. You take the
Not
floor.
not just angry women, but again, your wives as well. We ain't just finna pick on the. Cause I feel like I gotta bring this out because a lot of people feel as though red pill knowledge is one about bashing women, two about just being completely over women. So without further ado, like Mr. Goodbread said, we finna go into how you treat your wife, but also we finna extract what's going on with these modern women as well.
Right, because it's all the spirit, guys. You got to understand, God didn't create no bad people. You know what I mean? People
Right.
are created.
That's
These
fact.
people are created. You know what I mean? God didn't create no bad people. This is what God created, guys. You know what I mean? That's what God created.
Right there, as y'all can see, man and woman. Look at that chart, y'all.
You know what I mean, guys? This is the chart that God created. This is what
Right.
God created.
Let
By
me read
them,
it out. Let me read it out for the listeners, because you might have some people at work. Shout out to Education Over Entertainment. He said he was at work. He wanted to show love. So we got the man and woman. Okay, these are the basic principles that men and women have. The masculine energy is logical, confident, focused, strong, stable, clear, um, also assertive. Mr. Goodbread, if you could take that for more truthful content, if you could move that real quick so I can read that last slide.
all right, I got you.
Yeah, because I want the people to you understand me? I need y'all to receive this information if I'm gonna give it to y'all. So again, uh, masculine energy, we got logical, confident, focused, strong, stable, clear, assertive, and goal driven. Feminine energy, intuitive, okay, generous, nurturing, creative, collaborative, caring, receptive, and grateful. Now, these are explaining energies that actually coincide and complement each other, okay? So when you got either one of these energies going outside of what they're supposed to be, it's going to cause that imbalance. Like Mr. Goodbread said, you got to follow that instruction manual. Otherwise, what you're building, you might find contingency in that. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely, guys. Bravo on point. Shout out to my guy Zach Jr. You know what I mean? Z Back Jr. What's
Yes,
up,
sir.
man? In the building. All right. So now, did you read the feminine side?
Yeah, I read both of the sides. I broke
Okay.
out. I wrote it.
All right. So let's get it. Let's get
So
it.
yeah, those are basic principles. Y'all take a screenshot of that and just read that to yourselves.
That's a whole fact. That's what God created, guys. That's what God created. This new stuff that's running around here is not what God created. You know what I mean? Hell of a mother's created that. The alpha woman in our atmosphere and in our environment created this mess. You know what I mean? This is not what God created at all. Um, so we're gonna get into some verses, showing some important verses, some of my favorite verses. Let's put it like that. This is some of my favorite verses. Brother OK love these verses, and he gonna read it. You know what I mean? So let's get it started.
Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. They down there for you, Mr. Goodbread. So we're gonna start off with as Mr. Goodbread pulled it up. We are going to start off with Colossians chapter 3, verse 19. Okay. That's the wrong screen, Mr. Goodbread. You gotta. Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. So as y'all can see, the highlighted one, chapter 19, verse 19. Husbands, love your wives and be not bitter against them. Break it down for him, Mr. Goodbread.
You gotta understand, guys. He said the word bitter. It could have been any word. He could have used any word. No matter what version you read the Bible, you're gonna see that when you come across this line, that he used the word bitter, guys. So that means he know that we tend to want to love our woman even when they doing us wrong, And even through all of the dumb stuff that we see that's going on with our women, we supposed to be strong enough and knowledgeable enough to not even give a hell, y'all. We not supposed to give a fuck about that, guys. Know
That's
what
a
I
real
mean?
fact.
We not supposed to care about that. Like, we not really supposed to blame them. We not supposed to hold them. Like, we see this go on in them Kevin Samuels groups on Facebook. If Kevin peeked in on them groups, he'll feel bad for the guys in them groups and the women. Absolutely,
That's right.
absolutely. It's crazy, man.
And,
No
and
words.
to add on to that point, and I don't know if y'all see that. Look what it says: "Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, as if it is fit in the Lord." And then it goes on to say, "Husbands, love your wives and be not bitter against them." Okay, I want to read 20 as well. "Children, obey your parents in all things, for this is well pleasing unto the Lord." So, like, it goes back. I'm not going to put a verse up, but it goes back to that verse of the order that God ordained. God is the man of Christ. I mean, the head of Christ. I'm sorry. Christ is the head of man, and man is the head of woman. Leading your woman that is not null and void of love, reciprocity, respect, etc., etc. So part of that leadership, again, I can't emphasize it enough. We can't take on that slave master mind state and think we have some type of advantage over someone. Okay. So that's really what I'm trying to get at when I read 18, 19, and 20. The order basically breaks down what you're supposed to do, and then these verses actually talks about and extracts what it takes to be that leader. And part of that is loving your wife, not being bitter against them.
Right, guys. And it is vice versa. All it's about is allowing yourself to be able to forgive because it's not that serious. If everybody in this world had real GAF, and I mean they didn't give a DGAF, then we'll all be better off because everybody holds so much resentment and bitterness towards everybody else. They don't let it go. That's what being bitter is. When you become bitter, you hold stuff on. And when whoever's running around here holding stuff in and holding stuff, you know what I mean, they're going to lose. They're going to end up eventually losing because the energy you give out and the energy you move with is the energy you're going to get back, guys.
That's a real fact. I think we kind of covered that part. That was a little short one, you know what I'm saying? Like that was like a. So I guess we're gonna move to the next one. Did you have anything else to close out on that, Mr. Gilbert?
Nah, that was well done right there. I mean, it's guys, we know we here. We don't complicate common sense. And then we're gonna break it down for you. We ain't gonna put no words in it. Y'all
At
see
all.
it.
At
All
all.
right.
So let's move on. We at James chapter 1, verse 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. Okay.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
And this is pretty much simple, guys. He's telling you stop being so hard-headed. You know what I mean? Start being so hard. You see it right there, guys. Be loved, brethren. You know what I mean, brethren? You know what I mean, brethren? Don't we run around here, my beloved? Don't we say my beloved? And we sitting here using these terms, trending these terms,
Okay.
but not heeding these words, though. Like we make everything so fashionable. Just look at it. It said, my beloved brethren, let
Right.
every man be swift to hear, be quicker to hear.
That's
Just listen.
exactly.
Just listen, guys.
Not swift to talk, not swift to
Right.
overdo, but listen.
He says it in the next line, slow to speak and slow to get angry. Control your emotions.
It's a fact. And we all know, especially in the black community, but just speaking for men in general, men have, this beta male energy in them nowadays that they have to have issues with a woman, or they have to have issues with their brethren. So they don't call them their brethren. You know what I'm saying? Let me give a small example. This is big in the hood. You step on somebody's shoes or bump in the club on accident, and somebody might die that night. Somebody might get shot that night. You understand what I'm saying? So be slow to wrath. Don't be so quick to, be hot-headed against your brethren. That's kind of what it was breaking down as well.
Exactly. That's what it's breaking down, guys. That's exactly what it's saying. And you see, we got the chart up there, guys.
Look what it says. The next verse, verse 20. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God. So when y'all going out here being upset, being angry, being mad, being emotional, just like women, okay? Right. When you're going around doing that, that's not the work of God. It's not the work of God.
It's not. You're supposed to be in control of your emotions. Remember, guys, we are logic. We don't be supposed to be acting off our emotions. We know where we get that from. Y'all stay tuned for our Fridays editions. That's where you learn where we get that from. But all that chatty patty and all that getting emotional quick, that's not a man. That's not a man. A man ain't teach you that. A man ain't teach you that. All right.
That's a real fact. Good, bro. Was you trying to put up a chart? I don't know if you did that on purpose.
No, I flashed it because that's exactly
facts. Okay then.
That's exactly who we was talking to. We was talking to the fake G thugs, and we was talking to the simps. You know what I mean? The nice guys is slicksters, but the yellow guys is who I really want to get with and get some bread. I need them to do some things.
Okay then. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next Bible verse that we got here for y'all. Proverbs Chapter 17, verse 1. Now keep in mind, guys, this is in Old English, so bear with us. We're gonna break it down for y'all. It says here, better is a dry morsel and quietness therewith than a house full of sacrifices with strife. Is that the correct one?
Which one you said that was?
Hold on, give me one moment. Let me make sure I got the right verse. Bear with me. Yeah, that Proverbs Chapter 17, verse 1. That's the one I got for that one.
Yep, that's what that is. Better is a dry morsel with quiet than a house full of feasting with strife. Yeah.
Okay, so all right. So that's the right one. That's the correct one. Cool.
That's it.
All right. So did you want to give a breakdown?
Guys, y'all need me to break that one down, guys? Read it one more time for them with your spin on it. You know how you got that voice, brother. Okay.
Got you. Better is a dry morsel. Okay. So a morsel basically that's defined like a bite or a mouthful. You know what I'm saying? Or a small portion of food, candy, etc. So that's kind of the definition that you would get from the internet. So it's better is a small morsel or a small mouthful, a small portion of food and quietness therewith than a house full of sacrifices with strife. All right.
Right.
And for those of right. So for those of y'all that don't know what strife means, it's basically talking about conflict or violence. All right. So let's kind of go into that.
Yeah. Right.
Let's kind of go into that.
Right.
Go ahead, Mr. Goodberg. Go ahead.
Those of you males that's in this type of situation, you know what I mean? My heart go out to you guys. You know what I mean? And you guys know what I'm talking about. These are the guys that y'all scared to go home. Y'all find any reason and any excuse to go home.
And we talking to the men right now. Real quick.
Yeah. Y'all find any excuse to go home. Y'all don't want to go home because she's going to be there and she going to get you. You know what I mean, guys? What this passage is telling you, he'd rather leave that situation. He'd rather starve, boy. He'd rather go to where his mouth is dry.
Okay.
And he don't have no thirst. That's you see how real knowledgeable the God is, how the way he write it, guys.
Real talk. That's real wisdom, bro. That I'm gonna paint a perfect example of what he just said. I like, for instance, me. I'd rather be cooped up in my own apartment, or rather just be, saving up my money and sacrificing, rather than be in a house full of conflict, rather than be in a house, let's say, for example, with a woman that every day I gotta please her. Every day there's something that has to go on, that has to go her way. Okay, so that's what it talks about when it says strife, and when it says full of sacrifices of strife. We sacrifice a lot of conflict and a lot of detriment in the household for women. We get phone calls from them. We get complaints from them. They hold certain things back, and there's no base on it. There's no real valuable base. It's all because of how they feel, and we sacrifice who our quietness or our peace. You understand what I'm saying? We sacrifice what we really supposed to move forward with. We sacrifice that. We sacrifice our whole purpose for conflict in a house with a woman, and it could be a conflict in a house with the wrong surroundings, the wrong people that you hang with. That Bible verse just wanted to give you like a humbling mind state, just like the prior one, right? So you don't sacrifice your peace for a mouthful. You rather just eat in increments, just so you can have a peace of mind and you can have a peaceful house, so you can move on your purpose. That's what I took out of that.
That's what I took out of it, man. You broke that down, man. It's nothing else. Nothing else I can say to that, really. It's nothing else to monkey branch off that. You know what I mean, guys?
Okay. So, and since we're in Proverbs again, let me move forward. So the next one is Proverbs chapter 21, verse 9. All right. I want to read verse 8 first, because the context is very good when you read it before. So, the way of a man is forward and strange, but as for the pure, his work is right. Okay. It is better to dwell in the corner of the house step than with a brawling woman in a wide house. I already gave my spill on that. I still got some more to say about it, but Mr. Goodbread, I break that down. Let me read it one more time for the people. It's better to dwell or live in a corner of the house step, or just to give an example, it's better to pay rent to live in a room real quick than to live or be with a brawling woman in a wide house. You rather live in your own space, be in your own space, than to be with a combative woman who's going to give you nothing but pressure, in a bigger house, in a more comfortable space, because even that space is going to be held for you. Mr. Goodbread, what you got on that?
The fact, guys, listen, what he's clearly saying in pure English, he'll sleep on the roof than to sleep inside the house with an aggressive, modern woman. All right? Because he ain't, remember that chart we showed you? He ain't make those women.
Pull it back up. He ain't make Pull that chart back up.
You know what I mean, guys? He ain't make those women. He ain't make those women.
Pull that right back up. Okay. Where in that, on the woman feminine side, does it explain a combative, brawling woman?
Or aggressive? Where do you see aggression? You see the chart now, brother? Okay.
I see it's right. It's right there.
All right. Where do you see aggression? Right. I don't see it.
I don't see it nowhere. And that's what we're trying to show. Not only the men, but that's why we go hard on the women too, because the women, they're not the leaders, but how you conquer a nation is through women and children. And right now, our women are conquered. They don't fit most of these categories on that feminine side, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy that we touch on this, guys. Like, this is the red pill that we talk on. Like, guys, this is the female nature chart, and he just told you, the woman, that he ain't create, and what to do, or he would do with a woman that he didn't create. You know what I mean? And guys, check last week where we talked about the good woman. She rare. You know what I mean? She is rare in today's society, but let's talk about that. So what we gonna do next? Where we going next? Okay. All right, guys. So next, guys, I'm gonna go to Proverbs 15:18, guys. Right? That says, a hot-tempered, you guys got it? Proverbs 15:18. A hot-tempered man stirs up strife, but he who is slow to anger quiets contentions. You see that, guys? Sometimes you gotta slow your roll. You win when you slow your roll.
And it's big on that. Why do you think the Bible emphasizes all of these emotions? Okay, these are lessons that were taught before me and you guys were born, and they're emphasizing why a man shouldn't be hot tempered, this and that. It drives us out of control.
And truthfully, guys, I wasn't raised by my dad, but my dad was in my life, so he got a chance to see me. You know what I mean? My mom wasn't that type of hell of a mom. She didn't play with the child support, and she didn't play with not letting him see me. But he used to tell me some of these things. These are everything that's red pill is normally gonna be things that an alpha dad teach their kid. You know what I mean? That a dominant dad, a dad that's not a kiss ass dad, he's gonna teach his kid. He's gonna be able to put the brakes on the fantasy raising.
That's a fact.
That's what's going on these single mother plantations. The fantasy raising.
Absolutely, and I can't stress it enough. 73% of our households are single parent, and that's predominantly women. So they're the ones raising a lot of these emotional men. Statistically proven that these men are more prone to be more violent, more emotional, more doctors diagnosed them with ADHD. They're more prone to become rapists, just statistically proven. So that's why we go hard on that wife aspect, because she plays a huge role in not only raising more daughters but sons as well. When you remove that father out of the life and the household, then you've removed that aspect that we've shown and that God teaches inside the Bible. You removed all those aspects, and the only aspect you can get is the aspect from a feminine side. And we all know the order of God. A man should be leading a woman or over a woman, in a sense, for a village and a family to work the correct way. Okay, so as you can see that chart right over there, like I said,
absolutely, guys. Where do you see anything? This is the look, guys, at the pink, the dark, the light pink side, right, guys? Those are all the traits that the guys got, that 80% guys got. Those are all the traits that are the guys got. Intuitive, nosy, generous, simpish, nurturing.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Simpish, creative. Yeah, they always got a good lie. They always got a good lie.
Okay.
Collaborative. Yeah, they'll garner enough attention to hate on one brother. They always need somebody in their corner to rectify the silliness that they want to promote to hate. You know what I mean? They can't do the hating by themselves. They always got to get somebody else to not like the person they're hating on. So that's their collaborative effort right there. Caring. They only care when something's happening for them. You know what I mean?
That's a real fact. That's a real fact. So and it's funny because we got another verse. The next verse we got, Proverbs Chapter 21, verse 19, goes into the same shit again. It is better to dwell in the wilderness. All right.
Now look how far he stepped it up. Now he said, not only will I sleep on top of this house, I will leave this house. Just people's movement. Nowhere in this book in this red pill book do it say I shall kiss my wife ass?
Nope. I'm gonna read it again. It is better to dwell in the wilderness. I'm gonna break that down. Like I said before, I'd rather be homeless, okay, than to deal with some of these modern women. It's better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and an angry woman. Contentious meaning, some like argumentative. Like, let's say she disagrees with you on one thing, or let's say you ask her a question and because of her emotions, she don't want to, deal with it. She'll literally catch a whole fit and get mad at you, and start a full argument as opposed to you guys being able to sit down and talk it out. It's called contingency. That's and that's what a lot of our women have. They have a lot of contingency with us. They don't like the fact that we can do this and that. They don't like the role God gave us because they want that role as well. So they have huge contingency with that.
Right.
And then we got a lot of angry women walking around here. Feminism did not get women happier. The gynocracy does not make women happier. It makes them more angry. It makes them like the mad scientist that just is thirsty for fucking power all day, every day. So it's better to live in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman.
That's a whole fact. Guys, he's saying it. He's telling you, guys. He's telling you. These are the basic instructions before leaving Earth, guys. We don't make this joint up, man. We don't just come on here and cap and make stuff up, guys. This is what he's telling you right here. You know what I mean? We not pushing nothing on y'all. Remember, we don't cater to no religion.
We don't.
We read this book just like how y'all read a book. Just like how y'all read a magazine, we read this book. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
It's just that this book is the basic instructions before leaving life. So a lot of people live their life and patent themselves off of books. You know what I mean? But every book that you could read and patent yourself off, guess what the root of that book come from? The creativity, the thought process, that everything, the plan came from this book that we touching on and we cracking right now. So right. I see somebody in the comment section say that now they don't gotta even read the Bible. This is great. No problem. See, you found the loophole. See, that's a critical thinker. They don't teach you that in school, yo. They don't teach you how to critically think. They teach you to do what all the other sheep do. So I'm glad you said that.
Right. They don't even teach you that in church.
Facts, CNTV. That's critical thinking right there, because you know if you ain't gonna read something and you got good information, you got a source of good information, then come back. I know we'll see you every Sunday now, because you know he say you supposed to read your Bible. So you done found the trick now. So you done found the way to get your shit read to you. And look,
no, that's a fact. That's a fact. And keep it, and just keep in mind too, the Bible is not just one book. It's a compiled book of, it's like a history book. It's a compiled book of morals and things of that nature. So we're not just reading from what one man wrote. And by the way, this is the King James Version, one of the most accurate versions that you can find today.
Right.
That's why you see, like,
come on, let me stop you real quick. And I don't have that version, guys. I'm reading from Google, because I'm the type of nigga that I'm going to Google it up and Google it. They all say the same thing, but he got the official tissue, so that you gotta still that whole weight.
Definitely do. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so let's and this right here is going to be the last one that we got as far as the ones that we have listed. And even if anybody in the chats are Christians, anybody religious, or whatever the case may be, drop some Bible verses. I would read them out and we could interpret them. Now, Proverbs Chapter 27, verse 15. Now, again, a continual dropping in every rainy day and a contentious woman are alike.
You see that, guys?
Do I have to? I'm going to keep it real, folks. I don't care if you read Old English or not. Do I have to break that down?
Right, guys. I hear it.
I'm gonna break it down in English for y'all.
Yo, if you want him to break it down, put a 1 in the chat, guys.
I'm gonna break it down. You rather go through a stormy, rainy day, continuously now, because it says continual, than deal with a modern woman. You would rather, it would be better for you to run home and be chased by a dog than to deal with one of these modern women today.
Right, guys, you got to remember, where did he send Cain at to die and wither off? The wilderness. This man said, I will sleep in the wilderness. Look.
We're not making this up, y'all. We're not. We is not making this up, y'all. It's not us. It's the, before I was born, this word was out. If the Bible said the sky is blue, that don't change nothing, because that's true. So what we're looking at is a continual breakdown of how women are, and the fact that the man is the head of the household and the woman. We need to take heed to these instructions. We lost these instructions. We fell. That's why we where we at right now. And the Bible talks about that. And one of the things, what did it say? Mr. Goodbread and the other shit. It said a simp, and it called him a simple in the Bible. Right, it said a simp is like a bull being led to the slaughterhouse.
That's a fact, guys. You just saw that.
In the Bible, it say that.
Right. Right. In the Bible. Come on, guys. Y'all know. You know, and he said, guys, y'all got to see the pattern, peep the pattern for the Proverbs. He told you guys from the beginning, like, listen, take my words, listen. And you know what I mean? What do people do? Did they listen? Of course not. Of course not. The problem is, guys, people had these babies and they started these plantations, right? God told people, don't have babies until you're married. So really, we played ourselves. It's a reason why in the instructions, in the instruction manual, now, the instruction manual of a good life, it tells us, do not get her pregnant until you find your purpose.
That's what it says.
When you find your purpose, then you find your girl.
Right? We don't complicate common sense over here. So don't act like that's not what it said.
Then it said, when you find your girl, right? Then you make her your wife. Then you have kids. You know why? Because through all of that process, that he laid out for you, you would have become the man that you need to be. You would not have even needed to shaken or shook off any of that hell of a motherness, because remember, this would have been passed down in the generation. Your moms wouldn't have had to do what she had to do. Her moms wouldn't have had to do what she had to do. And Black people would be thriving now.
That's right? A fact.
We always like to talk about who he talking about, but do it matter who he talking about? Do it matter if he Black or white? If we not even fitting to listen to the basic instructions that he laid out. And it's clear.
Right.
Clear.
It's clear as daylight. Chat, if y'all got any questions, comments, anything, go ahead and leave them. We are open to y'all. We see y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we definitely want to interact with y'all at any moment that we can. So if you got any questions, any concerns, just go ahead and leave them in the chats. We'll go ahead and put them up.
Word, guys. Again, guys, we appreciate you. Guys, we got a couple of things that we working on, and we're going to be trying to push through. Right now, we got programs, and we got all types of situations. Brother, okay, you want to put them on with that before we wrap this one on?
Absolutely. So we got so we got our Patreon that we just got approved in the email for, so we're gonna be pushing that out. I don't want to give out too much details because it's still under construction, but just know it's a beneficial thing for the people. Mr. Goodbread also has a $9 package that he came up with as far as free consultations. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna be giving out the free consultations. I'm gonna be screening you. one-on-one interviewing you. We're gonna be talking about the issues or problems or just any questions that you might have. And Mr. Goodbread does have a $9 package, and you will get benefits if you subscribe to our Patreon, which is going to be cheaper. And you will get your own personal video, your own personal interview, your own. We will take our time to deal with the exact problem that you guys speak on. Okay, Mr. Goodbread, do you have any more details on that? I don't know. Okay, I don't know if Mr. Good, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm back. My bad.
Okay. No, you Gucci. So I was just filling them in on the packages that we got coming. We got a Patreon coming soon, and we got a $9 package. For for those people that are wasting their time doing certain things like spending $300, $500, $850. We got that coming out. And again, this ain't no collection plate. This ain't no prosperity preaching. It's just an offering that we got for the people, because we always gonna be doing videos. We always gonna be therapeutic on our videos anyway. So just one subscribe to our channel is always gonna help you out regardless. That's what we mainly are focused on. But just do know that we got that on the table.
That's a whole fact. We got that on the table, guys. All right, so y'all already know what it is, guys. Y'all know what it is over here, man. We don't cater to no delusion, and we trying to help. We do the work. We the ones. We one of those that put in the work. All right. We one of the few that put in the work, guys. And it's natural. It comes natural to us, guys. So we really appreciate those of you that tuned in. I see the comments. Y'all in the chat. Y'all had to jump in. You know what I mean? Shout outs to any of the Couch Gang members that came on over. And
shout out to y'all.
Thank y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna check us out. What's that? Friday, we're gonna be on the Brother Okay, Let's Talk About It channel.
Yeah, definitely. So, like we let y'all know every week, every Friday we do a show, and every Sunday we do a Bible study. So this Friday, do we got the topic on the Friday that's coming up?
Now we don't. I don't think we got the exact topic yet, but we want to do something. We're gonna do something creative. You know how we do, guys. We're gonna definitely do something creative. We might just react to a video. We might do like a little reaction video together, guys. We might do our first. We'll go to the streets. Shout outs to It's Complicated. We might hit the brother up and react to one of his videos. You know how we take it to the streets and hear what the people have to say, and we just react to what they saying and respond to what they saying.
That's a fact. Well, that being said, we got the information out there. That's what we ordained to do. I appreciate
brother. Okay, we was
coming out. You know what I'm saying?
We dad was supposed to see us on this damn camera, brother. Okay, we brother. Okay, where you at, man? Hold on, man. We gotta get a people of you. Word, guys, yo.
We in the building.
Right. I hope y'all like the artwork and stuff. We really put some time into. I hope y'all guys know how much work and time and energy off the scenes and off cameras we all put in. You know what I mean? And you guys, y'all don't see Mrs. Goodbread because she don't care to be this modern in the camera joint, which I don't understand how much time and effort she put in, I put in, just dealing with this shit. Like, this shit becomes you at some point, guys. You know what I mean? I don't even know if that's healthy, but you know what I mean? That's the sacrifice I give. That's the sacrifice he gives, she gives. You know what I mean? And honestly, we got the Cash App up there, and we asked for the $9 because we should get paid for our time. It's only right. You guys go out there and you give your, like he said, y'all. Some of you guys give $800, $900 to boot camps and programs, and they
don't even help y'all out. Don't even put their time into y'all. They just.
Guys, I really want you guys to take an account of this $9 program, guys. For $9, you're gonna get a free consultation from the best consult. You're gonna get one of the best consultations. From there, we go to forming the exact video, the video that I need to do that fits you. You're the only one that's gonna get that link, guys. And what you do with that link is what you do with that link. You know what I mean? You can share it. You can I don't care what you do. You can sell it for all I care. You could then turn around and sell the link for $18 and double your money. Look, because it's gonna be quality information. It's gonna be based and tailored to you. See, a lot of people like to teach red pill, and they like to speak from either they speaking from a bitter point of view, or they speaking from they learned it point of view. They don't live it. I mean, you looking at and you listening to two guys that actually live this. This is what we do. So we're gonna be able to tailor, pinpoint your exact weaknesses, show you how to build on your weaknesses, and you're gonna become the best version of yourself. I mean, I almost want to say I guarantee, but that's cheesy. That's some real delusional marketing clause, you know what I mean? But trusting the belief.
That's a fact.
Right.
So I mean, without further ado, that's all I got to say for tonight. I hope y'all got the message. Today we just wanted y'all to realize that it's on us, us as leaders. We're the ones that got to go out and hunt and pick. So part of that is knowing how to pick, knowing how to choose, etc. And if you don't know how to pick and choose, then you're going to choose the wrong situation. And also, if you don't know your prey, you won't understand how detrimental or how good it can be for you. For instance, if you out there in the wild and you're hunting and you catch something poisonous because you just out hunting for anything, you might eat that food and get sick. But if you study your prey, if you study your hunting skills, etc., then you know what to hunt for and you know what's conducive for you. That being said, that's what God was trying to tell y'all when he was breaking down all those women. So that's really what I wanted to close out with. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Mr. Goodbread. Y'all check me out on Okay, Let's Talk About It, spelled exactly how that is, on my YouTube channel. And that's what I got to say, Mr. Goodbread.
And guys, feel free to inbox and shoot him a DM and ask questions. You know what I mean, guys? Sometimes
Right.
I get overwhelmed.
Right. Follow me on Instagram too if you want to DM me. O.K. Let's Talk About It. All that is together. Okay, so if you want to DM me, I'm very open to people.
Let's get it. Oh, you caught the live, yo, my boy Idle Hands. You gotta play it back, my guy. You gotta play this one back, man. You gotta play this one back. This one is a good one, man. You gotta play this one back from the beginning. Shout outs to my boy Idle Hands. He already know what time it is. And Idle Hands, yo, did you see yesterday's live, Idle Hands? Did you see yesterday's joint, man?
If you didn't, check it out.
Yesterday was one of the classics, man. Shout outs to the brother, Mr. Palmer. You know what I mean?
Education over entertainment. Shout out to him, man. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you.
Facts. I know he wanted to don't super chat. Guys, those of you that want to super chat brother, okay, let's talk about it. Y'all know y'all can super chat me because he's gonna get it. You know what I mean? Because
y'all set up,
Yeah, I know one of y'all asked before.
No, I'm monetized. It's just they got you doing all this Google adverse crap. So I'm just getting that together. You feel me? But anybody that want to show support, if you support Mr. Goodbread, then that's enough for me. That's good enough for me, man. Right,
guys. Right. Y'all already know, guys. So that's how we roll out here, man. But all right, guys. In any event, it's been good, man. We dead an hour on. We gave you guys an hour. Y'all know how it is. Let's do it.